Just practicing some dance moves for later. The ocean is a vast place we haven't discovered yet. I mean, just look at it. I mean, it is massive. And for a planet that is covered in absolutely saturated in water, you would assume that most of the time we have explored most of the parts of it, really gone in the nooks and crannies there and unlocked all of it. But you'd be surprised that we only really have about a small fraction of the whole thing discovered. And to be honest, that kind of terrifies me. Now, to be honest, I'm not the most passionate swimmer out there. You won't see me going at a maximum speed of, like 20 kilometers or something underneath the water at record time pacing, and my backstroke being incredible while I do like some weird ass butterfly effect or something. My skills are more comparable to a brick that lands in there, sinks to the bottom, but semi-struggles and has semi-buoyance for a minute, but then automatically sinks there. But it is a vast part of the world. Humans, regardless, we need water to survive and everything like that. It's nice. Because we haven't explored so much of it, there could be so many different kinds of landscapes or different biomes or different areas around there that really bring out the life in our aquatic scenery. Unfortunately, the pressure down there is a little bit tough to get through, but I think once we get through all that, it will be easy to sail along there. Now, look, we need to first talk about my questionable thoughts on the ocean. One, it is a dark place. When you're in your local swimming pool or in a local fun area or wherever you may be, it tends to be an enjoyable experience. The water is not too deep, you can go for a swim, you can fully dunk yourself and fully immerse yourself in the water if you dare choose to be. And so it really gives you the life in there and it really submersives you. That's not even a word. But once we get into the ocean, it is a different story. It is rougher, harder, and of course, on top of that, it is deep. Incredibly deep, in fact. So deep that I can't even see my feet or toes, or anything, to be honest, in a huge mile-kilometer radius. I just can't see anything. And there's a lot of photos out there that show some hugely deep underwater photos that are really nice and look really cool, but for me personally, it's too dark. I don't like it. I can't see the sun. It looks like we have no sun at all, even. It's fully dark down there. You get the small little flashlight at the top of the boat thing as it's like the submarine, as it's like going down this way. You can't even see it. I don't know where we are. I have no clue where it is. And I think there's so much water above me that even if I tried to swim up, I think I'd collapse in the first maybe 1 second. Now, remember I was talking about earlier the pressure, how we kind of would get squished by a boat? Many billionaires now have been trying for years, and I'm sure some secret organization, trillionaires out there, have really been trying to explore the depths for some interest and really trying to get down there. And unfortunately, as we all know how some submarine events go, it's not looking good. It's really not, guys. I know, so they really want to do it, but it's looking a bit tough. Pressure is something that is really been the problem for us. We haven't really gotten around how to get past all the air pressure that's kind of crushing our little submarine boats down into small little compact sandwiches that you can eat in a bite. It's honestly quite impressive how much pressure is in there, like a hot, steamy, just, I don't know what this is, but you can imagine you're the boat here and it's just like that, okay? It's like a monkey clapping. And we're also stranded. That's even better. Because once you take your descent down there and you're looking through the dark depths down there, you're surrounded by kilometers of not land, but purely the ocean floor, the bed of it, as you're surfing along there and you're pure darkness with your small little light and camera that's attached to the boat if you're trying to document something, or if you're a scientist around that. You're really just looking through, and there's just kilometers and kilometers and kilometers of just pure water, nothing else to kind of get out of. You're just stuck there, and that's kind of it as you try and look for the smallest things to add to the additional book of, science, to add more species to create a larger documentation of what we have underneath us. And as most humans have, the fear of the unknown is ever more present in the water. Not because of the air pressure or anything, but it's purely just because we can't see what's in front of us half the time. As we're cruising along in there, we don't see anything. Nothing. It is a vast emptiness. And next thing you know, as you turn around, you see a big ass squid attacking your thing, and the next thing you know, your boat's destroyed and you're crawling away trying to, when the sun's all the way up here and kind of all the way down there. In fact, for a while now, I've really tried to perfect my technique of, if I was in such a situation, how could I handle it? And I think it's nailed down to about this. Now, as you can see, my technique is absolutely phenomenal, so I'll see you in July of 2028 for the Olympic Games. Now, of course, outside of my poor technique and abilities to unable to run or swim out of the way, this really leaves me in a vulnerable position, which is perfect for what we're going to talk about next, the animals that are down there. Now, look at any of these photos of any of these animals. Do they look nice to you? Do they look friendly? Do they look like they want to be your friend? No, they don't want to be your friend. Half of them are blind, they can't even see or have adapted to the darkness because, you know, finding prey is a bit better. And you know what some of them are probably good at? Hearing really well. And you know what that means for me as my big ass is moving around the ground? That they can hear me, they know I'm there, and they want to eat me badly. Not to mention those fat ass squids that you see. I mean, look at the thing. It's huge. You think I want to touch that? No, but it's looking at me with like its whole eye open, and it's just like, alright, who wants dibs on the first meal? No, I know guys, I know. We'll each take an arm, a leg first, you know, we'll really figure out what we want with this guy. Now, I understand that a lot of these creatures and whatnot may not want to eat me. I don't know, I haven't put in the necessary research, but they look like they could and definitely would eat me. That's why I'll be taking my expert skills of swimming to the maximum level. As they're chasing me at maximum speed, I'll be able to outrun them easily down there. And that's right, run. I've actually been developing my technique better for more of a running formation, so I'm kind of more like a Looney Tunes character running down there instead of a swimming technique. I really think my adaptations should really prove beneficial when running away against the giant squid. Now, let's talk about some of those lovely ecosystems that we were talking about earlier. If I happen to be down there and I see that lovely ecosystem, and I happen to interact with any of those organisms or any kind of those weird coral things or whatever, and they happen to carry something that we're unaware of, I'm done for. Don't send me back up. It's a disease. It's going to spread and it's going to ruin the whole ship. In fact, I might as well stay down there. I'm not getting back up. I'm staying right where I am and just accepting it for what it is. And then weird fish over there can come eat me later for all the rest of the parts that he's got. I'm sure their bone pile over there is looking pretty wonderful. And with all of our advancements and all of our ahead of modern day cutting edge technology, we've really only been able to get a few thousand depth down in there. That's not looking too great. I mean, really, we've only seen a small smidge of it. And looking at all these animals here, I'm quite afraid to see what else is down there. If I see a shark running at the ship at maximum pace, I don't care if we've got no fuel left, I'm still burning that thing as quick as possible. In fact, it might even be a new delicacy. Now, the real question that we have to ask ourselves is, should we explore such a thing? Is it really worth the time, the money, the resources that we've taken to really understand and to really figure out what the heck is going on down there? My answer simply is, yeah. Absolutely. While there are plenty of other systems and microbodies, and explorers have already shown us so many different types of ecosystems and different types of species and animals that we've already learnt so much more now about our ocean and what really is on our planet and all of these different weird looking creatures. Yes, it's a bit weird, but it's still pretty cool to look at, even though it might rip my head off if it wants to. In fact, the more that we look at the ocean down there, we can more understand the history of how's everything been for the past few thousand years. What have we been looking like? How's the structure? How's the formation looking? Is everything good down there? I don't know. Maybe we need to do something extra. I really think when we're down there, we're really going to see the vacuum of plastic, and that's not going to be looking too great. And to be honest, I'm more expecting a hybrid fish one day to come out where it's released and it's mixed with plastic and fish, you know, like a weird half comic book kind of thing. That'd be pretty cool to read, the half plastic man. Maybe not actually. It sounds more interesting in my head when it's probably not. And of course, with all of this, there are many different scientific discoveries we could make. Different diseases that we may be able to heal. Maybe different topical creams or different things that we're able to have to treat certain other illnesses. Maybe there'll be another outbreak that happens because of it. Not necessarily a good thing, but, you know, you don't know what's down there, neither do I. We just know it's a lot of fish, big stuff, and plenty, I'm sure, of sunken ships and plastic. And of course, even though I've spelled all of my caveats about, you know, what I think of the ocean and what I don't really necessarily like about it, we need to protect it. We need to be able to keep it safe so that, you know, we have healthy animals down there. We have a clear sea, because I don't really want to be drinking anything else, because I don't really want to be drinking super salty water all the time. I like it clean, I like it with nothing else in it, no added stuff, no nothing like that. So I really think the more we can kind of dig down there and really understand it, the better we're able to help protect it, see what animals really need down there and how we're able to best understand everything. Because at the moment, we haven't really been doing a too wonderful of a job of keeping it alive. Unfortunately, all the coral reefs out there, I feel so sorry for you. We haven't really been doing too great of a job of protecting you. Let's bring it all back into my one final manifesto of everything. Is it large? I mean, you can just look at it for yourself. I mean, look at you, the person in the middle, and then look at everywhere else around it. That's what you are compared to everything else. You are a tiny little speck. Not a lot really there for you to work with, unfortunately. There's not much ground. That being said, we definitely shouldn't fear what it is. I think fear should also give us a spring bit of curiosity to have a look down there, while being as safe as possible, of course, to really look at what is really here in our planet, what we really have to work with. And on top of all that, we can explore creation in general, human history, all of that really fun stuff, you know, how everything is looking over the past few thousand years, how the formation's been going of the planet. It gives us a greater understanding of everything else. Look, there are parts of the ocean that humanity will probably never see, but perhaps that's the point. The deeper we look into creation and how everything works, the more we realize how much bigger the creator really is. Now, if you don't mind me, I'm gonna be here on the floor perfecting the swimming technique of my 2028 appearance. Let's stay tuned for that. Okay, bye.